What is materials science and engineering? It's the study of what all things are made of and how they are made. From raw material to engineered device, materials engineers develop, process, and test newer, smarter materials, enabling better performance and more sustainable technologies. Here, at the University of Toronto, though, materials science and engineering is so much more. It's
innovation,
teamwork,
passion, adaptability, leadership, community. It's learning through dynamic lectures, cutting-edge research programs, and a hands-on professional experience year co-op. It's
opportunity.
Materials make up the foundation of all engineering, and our programs provide you with the skills and knowledge you need to excel in any industry of your choosing. It's about creating connections, breaking boundaries, and discovering where you truly belong. This is Materials Science and Engineering. We are Materials Science and Engineering.
And you could be too.
Welcome to the University of Toronto's Materials Science and Engineering Department.
We've been waiting for you.
I'm Amelia, an MSE 2T1. Upon graduation, I envision working on research and development of new materials for the marine and aerospace industry.
Hi, I'm Rafia. I'm going into my first year of Masters, and when I graduate, I would like to go into clinical engineering.
Hello everyone, my name is Masha. I'm a 2T2 in MSE, and when I graduate, I'm hoping to work for a space agency either here in Canada or in the US.
Hi, my name is Anika Acharya. I'm a 2T1, and what I want to do after I graduate is do my master's and maybe my PhD in composite design and advanced manufacturing.
Hello, I'm Allison. I'm an MSc 2T1 plus PUI. When I graduate, I hope to apply what I've learned about materials to sustainable energy and urban development.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm an MSc 2T2, and I want to be a consultant or a forensic engineer when I grow up.
I don't really know which field I want to work in yet, which is kind of the advantage of being an MSc student. You don't really have to choose where you want to work, you just have to choose what you want to do.
My degree in the Bachelor's of Materials Engineering helps jumpstart the trajectory of my future career as a committed engineer, as someone who can innovate, revolutionize, and transform the materials that are used in a myriad of applications in today's world.
Okay, so first thing I've got here is MSE is a small program. Small means unimportant and uninteresting. Wow, I don't think I would connect those two things at all. It's absolutely true we're a small department, but uninteresting and unimportant, I don't think those two things are connected at all.
The modern society, there are materials everywhere, so we are actually very big.
Yeah, the influence is really big.
Yes.
Small doesn't mean like uninteresting or important. It's like you get all the benefits of having like you know, like you don't have the crowd around for office hours, and it's also like you get to know like basically everyone in your program very quickly because there's not that many of you.
Networking, making connections within MSc, it was a lot easier, and you get stronger bonds within your department, and that definitely helps whether you want to do research or you want to get an internship or get a job.
MSc is easier than other disciplines and has more low-level content.
My personal experience can debunk that.
I think this is totally wrong. I don't think it's more low-level or easy. I've spoken to I have a lot of friends in other disciplines, and we take fairly similar course loads. They're pretty much the same throughout all engineering disciplines, and the content isn't any more or less difficult. It just depends on what you're interested in.
In order to understand how a material works, you need to know the chemistry, physics, and even mechanics. So you need to learn more than all these other disciplines. So to me, it's more high level.
What I would say, I don't think, how could you call a field low level if it's got like quantum mechanics at one end of it? I mean, because quantum mechanics is the way that we understand how atoms fit together to build molecules. But then we also have to cover like the thermodynamics end, like the stuff with the large scale, many collections of objects and things. So yeah, I would say a field that can span quantum mechanics to thermodynamics, that to me, that's not low level in any kind of way.
Right.
MSE is just chemistry and physics, so I won't learn the essential skills like coding, high-level engineering maths, statistics, and probability. Definitely not true.
Just because we're in one discipline doesn't count us out from the fact that we still have to know how to code a bit and do higher level engineering math,
Calculus 1, 2, and 3, statistics, and probability.
Computational based like simulations.
C or Python, MATLAB, ANSYS, AutoCAD, CES.
Absolutely. And you know what? That interdisciplinary thing, I think that's probably one of the best parts of the field, right?
For our next prompt, it says MSc is just a hybrid of Chem and Mech.
The thing is like as you get more and more specialized, as well as like what the focus of and those applications are completely different. So for us in MSc, we focus a lot more on like the microstructure of materials. For example, for chemical engineering, you're more focused on the chemical processes and as well as like how you can basically make like a process more efficient.
I would also say that MSc definitely goes more in depth in theory for, let's say, metallurgy, and it also has a lot of theoretical concepts that Mech or Chem might not cover.
What we do is we bridge that gap. We deal with both things at that smallest scale of atoms and building molecules, and we also build that up for applications and objects. So in fact, actually, MSc being a hybrid of Chem and Mech, I think that actually sounds like a fantastic compliment.
Okay.
In the same way where Chem or Mechs can probably find an MSc job, MSCs can probably find a Chem or a Mech job. Since there are a lot of crossovers in these three fields, it's just more about your personal interests. And if your interests lie more with Chem or with Mech, then I think you can definitely be able to find a career or a job in any of the two with your MSc background. You have to have a master's or PhD to get a job at MSc.
The thing about a master's or PhD, it's really just optional like any other MSc program.
Some careers may require you to have a master's or a PhD, but definitely doesn't count out the fact that you can probably find a job with just an undergrad degree. Yeah.
I do have a PhD, but it's for different reasons because I love doing research. And my younger brother actually happened to also have a degree in MSE, and he got a job right away as an engineer.
Basically the same question. You can only get research jobs with an MSc degree. So no. So clearly that's not the case.
No.
Maybe like more MSCs are driven towards research. It doesn't like exclude you from the rest of like the other jobs that like most engineering disciplines can feel. So for example, like QA QC is something that a lot of engineers end up doing, as well as like non-technical positions such as project management, for instance, or sales.
I think also there are a lot of like manufacturing or product failure analysis jobs that MSCs are very well suited for.
There are little to no industry applications of MSE. I would say it's just the opposite. Actually, the advance of materials is really at the forefront of the human civilization.
I think every industry would require the knowledge of material science engineer because everything requires materials. And if you're thinking of like specific careers, it's like forensic engineering, metallurgy, people go into business and like finance. Like the routes are endless here.
MSc is too specialized. I won't be able to get a job.
I didn't find that it was too specialized. There were a lot of streams, and you can do a lot of courses. So MSc has biomaterials, nanotechnology, metallurgy, processing, manufacturing. So if you decide, you can go into any of those that are also in other disciplines such as mechanical and chemical, and have a wider range of experiences and knowledge from those courses.
Being specialized isn't necessarily a bad thing because a lot of times people are looking for experts nowadays, and if you're an expert in your field, like I don't think you'll have to be scared about finding a job.
You know, our specialty is in trying to understand the things that are around us, right? Like it's the materials and the objects of any kind. Our specialty is bridging organizational scales, I think, is what we do, but it's broadly applicable where we go to do it.
And I think we're done.
Yeah, that clears up all our misconceptions.